All right, it's kind of dark out, but I'm just moving this out of the garage. I had to get the instrument cluster, but this is the 2012 Suzuki Kizashi that I tore the instrument cluster out of. I sent it to United Radio. They lost it for a week, even though it showed it was delivered. Then they found it. Then they looked at it. It had a severe case of silver migration. And they said they could probably clean the board and it might work for a day or two, but it's not going to keep working. And they were able to clean it enough to get it to power up there. So it needed a new circuit board. So they replaced the circuit board and got it back to me. I installed it. It's now working. We're going to start her up here. This car has a bunch of lights. It has the swervy light, the ABS light, which is probably a wheel speed sensor, and some kind of a check engine light. I did put a brake booster in this because it was leaking. So yeah, this thing's a piece, I'll tell you. I mean, it runs good. It really does. But it is just, like, even the radio's weird. I had to reset the time on the radio. Because I went ahead and just disconnected his battery and put a hold down on it and cleaned the battery cables and fixed those. Because they were loose. But even the radio, when you're turning up the volume, it doesn't work right. I don't want to get copyright strike. But it says it has a service engine, service ABS, service TPMS, hill hold disable, which I don't know what that means. That's probably something to do with keeping it on a hill or something. I don't know. Service engine. So yeah, it's got some other codes in it. But I'm going to let this one go for now because I have so much other stuff to do. This will have to come back. I know he's got a couple other cars he's asked me to look at. So, you know, I've just been busy. But let me show you what's back in the garage. I got a Chrysler Specifica back. All right. Ooh, it smells really rich in here, really gassy. And it's not from that rich running Suzuki. This baby has a fuel leak, a major fuel leak. I guess it's mostly dried out now, but this gets all wet down in here. It drips like down here by this intake, right? And so this fuel rail connects right here. It runs around and makes a looping at the end and comes back to the other side. And it's all plastic. I think that hose that connects the two sides cracked. But I have to make sure first because it's a really expensive Mopar only part. So I'm going to have to tear the upper intake back off of this. See if I can get the fuel system to pressurize. I don't know if I can with the scan tool or whatever. But then see where the leak is. Because you can't see it with the upper intake still on it. So we're gonna have to look and see. I'm hoping maybe it's just an injector O-ring, right? And we can just get a new set of O-rings and maybe fix it. Because Rock Auto wants $364 for that genuine Mopar part. Dealership's gonna be twice that much. I don't know. There's no aftermarket ones available. AutoZone, Advance, Napa, all those places listed as unavailable. So, we're gonna see. Man, I hate that. I mean, the fuel rail part was the only part that wasn't really brittle, right? Oh, heck. But she started smelling fuel on it. And so she called me, or her husband called me. I ran over to where she was, looked at it, and saw that fuel leak on the side. And I'm like, yeah, you don't want to drive that. That's a fire hazard. you're gonna have to get it towed. So the wrecker driver came and dropped it off over here. So this is what I'm gonna do next. And I got my son's Honda wheel bearings to do. I got his Acura tie rod ends to do. I got an Equinox to do brakes on. It's just never ending. Never ending. And I say no to most stuff. I say no to most people and most things. And it's just never ending. Alright. Well, I'm going to finish my cup of coffee and go inside and rest for tonight. Tomorrow's Friday. Got to finish my Friday strong at work and then come here and finish up in the garage hard. But it's like getting on 9 o'clock now. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm ready to go in and go to sleep. Alright. I'll talk to y'all later. It's Tom, your Frugal Prepper.